Reuben, I think you were one of 14 players caught up with the melee on Saturday night. How was that?
Yeah, there's definitely a few players, more empty pockets coming in today, but yeah, it's all part of it. I guess that's what makes derbies fun as such. Like, you expect a fiery, tough matchup, and that's definitely what we brought and Freo brought as well. But yeah, I guess that's part of the game, but we were just happy with our contest for definitely 3 quarters, and a fiery game is what we expect, and that's what we got.
You didn't get the result, obviously, the outcome, but in terms of the application and the effort that you showed, how are you going to review that, or what did it feel like amongst the playing groups?
Yeah, I think definitely the first half when we were leading coming into half time was very promising. And I think we really did establish our brand. That was that contest footy, high pressure, deep entries to our forwards, and we were able to lock it in behind that. So there's definitely a lot of positives, but I guess what Scully said, we're not here for honourable losses. Like, we definitely didn't get the 4 points, but there's definitely some positives and there was steps forward taken.
Was it one of the most physical games that you've been a part of?
Yeah, for sure. I think that kind of wrestling and tussles you get in, that's more tiring than anything you do. So that's part of it. And then also Freo, super fit side. Their run through the corridor was awesome and off half back. So yeah, they're a quality team. But I was happy how the boys stood up definitely for the first 3 quarters.
How much does the intensity lift when you're playing the crosstown rival?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of added intensity, especially the Saturday night game, and I think what Freo got 56,000 or something like that, so you could definitely hear the crowd, which wasn't in our favour as much as last time, but that definitely winds you up a bit as well.
But you look like you had energy and you brought real energy, which has been a problem not playing in front of your home crowd. Were you able to just harness the noise perhaps and feed off the atmosphere, even though it wasn't for you? Yeah,
I think so. I think that started with the midfield, our 3 boys in there, and obviously Truey wasn't lucky to go down early, but Tim Kelly was back to his best. Yoey and Harley, we know what those boys do, and also Baz in the middle. So those boys set the tone real early, and the forwards were great, and the backs were able to lead off that.
There's been a lot of talk about Harley and his combative nature. Do you like the way he takes the fight to the opposition and never takes a backward step?
Yeah, we love it. I think that's just in his nature. He will always step in, and as his mates and his teammates, it's our job to protect him after that. So if there's some fights to get in, or not such fights, but ways to protect him, we'll do that. And I think Yoey was great in holding him back a few times and just showing that leadership.
What do you hope to get out of the last sort of month or so of the season, Reuben? What's the aim?
Yeah, I think with a couple of not so strong games in the weeks before, this Freo game was a step forward for us. So hopefully, Friday night we don't get too many of those, and it starts this week against Gold Coast. We'll bring the same intensity and pressure we did this week, so hopefully we can come away with the 4 points in front of our home crowd.
Have you seen Zane True? I don't know if it's his car out there, True Dat, but I'll assume that it might be his. Is his neck okay?
Yeah, I think that's his dad's car, but his was the True Luck, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think he's okay. I haven't seen him this morning, but hopefully he's I think he did get scans on his neck. I'm not too sure, so I haven't seen him this morning.
Tell us about working under Scully. Sorry, how are you finding him? How is he different from Adam Simpson?
Yeah, Scully's been great. I had him as a midfield coach for the last 2 years, and now he's stepping into head coach role, and he's been great. I think what he's been bringing to us is that hard edge he wants us to play with. So that really drives us to, I guess, bring your strengths, and that's what we did well on the weekend.
The fact that you're running into teams that have something to play for, like top 8 spots and that sort of thing, does that make the last month a really good measure for you? You think they're going to be up and about and really going hard? They're not going to take you for granted. It's going to be a real game on situation? Yeah,
I think that's what we want. We want teams not underestimating us. They're obviously, Freo was playing for a top 4 spot, so they're playing their best footy, and obviously we're not making finals, but we definitely want to, I guess, imprint our brand on the comp and definitely lead into next year. So I guess we got Carlton coming up, who are fighting for a high spot on the ladder, and also Geelong the last game of the season, so there's a few good games to come.